Well, good morning, YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Now they just can't figure me out. That's all right. I'm used to this. So I'm getting a lot of comments on my videos of the Idaho 4 case that uh, there was some woman that knew put out a video or something way before anybody that connected all the dots, but I never seen anything. They all said uh, we were crazy. This was weeks ago when we were saying he's he's killed before, and there was other murders out there that with the same MO. But this is the problem in the crime community. Everybody wants to be the top dog. You go into these chats, and all they do is post these top channels, and these top channels were way off. They kept telling, no, this is his first kill. He's never done this before, and he has. And you're never going to find out how many people he really killed. And the reason behind that is because that would prove that the police and the FBI are not as good as they think they are. Okay, this guy's been killing all over the USA probably for a long time. And people think he just showed up out there at uh, the college out there and that was his first kill. No, he's been all over. And it's going to take time to get all these cases where the MOs match up. And people are commenting, you didn't find this out. This guy found it out first. This guy. Well, I didn't see no videos. I marked my videos. I believe he's more than what people are saying, and I don't want to take the credit. It was really another woman that was in my chat that was also putting the dots together, and I was asking her, do you think that's similar? That this guy is actually uh, one of the people that is studying to be a a crime person and actually went to school and yeah, it's just crazy. It ain't me. You know what? I ain't taking credit for nothing. I didn't do nothing. It was the great people on YouTube. But I can notice that these people in these chats, they always direct you to these big channels, big views. They all point to these channels, go here, these people know. But yet they tell everybody else in the crime community, well, these people don't know what they're talking about. Well, to be true, we figured it out weeks before anyone else that he's a serial killer, a sicko. And everybody was giving him credit that he was just such a brilliant guy. This guy's brilliant. He's a, nah. And that's the problem with America is, um, everybody wants to be the hero. I'll pass. I'll just sit in my, I'm just going to sit in my apartment and do my theories and scenarios. I think they got everything they need, and it'll probably be a while before the case goes to court because they're going to have to take the DNA they have of him now and see if it matches any more cases across the whole USA. And that's going to take a lot of time. Hopefully, they can get it done. But I think there'll be additional charges to Brian. Um, do I think he had help? He might end a couple of them. Maybe. Idaho 4? Maybe. And they might not have done the killing, but they helped by diverting the police away. Okay, bird dogs, which you people have no clue what a bird dog is. They sent him on a wild goose chase to cover his back so he can commit the murders. So is it possible? It is. I'm not saying that's what it was, but it's very possible. Um, and like I said, you ain't ever gonna find out how many people this guy really killed because that would prove that the government and police were not on the ball. So that's my opinion on it. Quit commenting bad. I'm like, actually, someone figured this out. Well, where was the video? We looked all over. We can't find. There's only one video that I found that one person connected the dots, and that was True Crime Time. some young guy that started connecting the dots. I didn't see anyone else. You know, I didn't see anyone else do it. And he just put that video out 4 days ago that he's connecting the dots. So, and this is the problem with the crime community on YouTube is actually some of these people are actually uh, bad people, and they're hiding behind uh, the crime community. You know, so I don't know. It's gonna be pretty crazy. I'm waiting for the trial, and yeah, that everybody wants my movie, The Chosen One, the Brian Kohlberger movie. I know, but what can you do? All the witchery, sorcery they're talking about, that there was numerology or whatever it is with the numbers, everybody adding his numbers. It was Satanist devil stuff. It probably was. He wasn't one of the true chosen ones, as God said, right? His chosen people. But it'll be interesting to see how far this goes. How many people they just think they're just so focused. That's why I like people that have open minds. They Most of these YouTubers, they focus on one thing. That's it, and there's no other way. This was his first kill. He's never killed before, and he's never, you know, I don't think so, folks. They don't have an open mind. They target in, they lock in on one thing, and they go with it, and they're so far off. It's unbelievable. You know, everyone can't figure out. This guy can't be that dumb to leave the sheath at the crime. He could if it was dark, and he got spooked. Yeah, it's very possible. It's very possible he thought he dropped it outside. He forgot he didn't have it, and he dropped it outside. And that's why he went and drove back around there. Possibly. I believe it was dark. Something spooked him, and he got out of there. Now, this whole thing with Dylan, they're thinking, phew, they got tattooed. I know that's freaky, ain't it? They went out right away and got tattoos of everybody. And I'm like, oh, this is flashback of Delphi when Brian Chadwell went out and got 2 tattoos that looked just like Abby and Libby. And here now we got this where there's, and if you listen to that new video that's out, the recording, the ringtone recording or whatever, you can hear a girl laughing, and then you hear a guy say something, then you can hear, no, this ain't the movie, Lips. You're welcome to come in here. My apologies for upsetting you and scaring you. But if you listen to that recording, you can hear a woman laughing, and then you hear a man say, stay away, or something like that. Then you can also hear the woman laughing again. Then you hear screaming. So something is fishy. Either that recording there is a lot of breaks and dead silence in that recording. It could have been edited. Don't know. Hello, Miss Kiki Eyes. But could there have been more than just one killer? Yes, it's very possible. It's very possible. Maybe not on some of the killings that I think he might have committed, but it's possible he had help at Idaho 4. They might not have been in the house with him, but it's possible he had decoys or people diverting away from the house until the job was done. And I also think they got the timestamp wrong on it. They are going to have to check the girl's autopsy to see how much of that macaroni and cheese or calamari, or it was macaroni and cheese calamari or whatever. They got to see when did that start digesting in the stomach. And that will tell you exactly when them girls died. And of course, you got that video out there that says at 2 o'clock or 2:10, all the lights went out in the house, and supposedly everybody was sleeping, right? I mean, that's what we're hearing. But we got to wait till court. They'll show exactly where the bodies were. They've been leading us all around. The girls were all killed, and Ethan were killed in their beds. Yeah, just like the other murders that were out there years before, or a year before Idaho. So it matches, and of course you're not going to find out everything, because then that would show that they knew that they were dealing with a serial killer or a nut job, because the MOs and the patterns were the same. And for Brian to drive from the house and drive all the way around back to his house, that big long distance down, and then went back up, that shows that he drives long distances. So is it possible he killed them other people that we so far know about? Yes, I think there's more, but we'll see. That means he drove. If he had to drive 4 or 5 hours, he'd do it if he found the right victim. And it's possible. Pedro Johnny's movies are scary. Yes, Lips, I'm going to stop. They've been calling me and saying, we haven't even got started on this. Please stop it on giving the whole movie away. I'm like, they can know the whole movie. It's going to be in the effects and the drama and everything, and that they're going to love. Yeah, I think he's been driving all around, killing and everything. And that's just my opinion. Hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'd rather be right and check it out just to make sure. You know, we got to really see how many people, what kind of a real crazy killer. See if there's any kids killed in their bed, stabbed. Is there any connection to Delphi? There might be. We're waiting to see how bad the girls were all cut up and what kind of knife was used. Okay. Could there be yeah. Brian Chadwell and all them guys might have been picked up, but not for the murders, for communicating with Abby and Libby and showing kitty photos, sexual photos or whatever. Here's the thing. We ain't done with Delphi. They're saying that it's Richard Allen. Could be. Could have been Richard Allen. But see, we don't know, because the way the girls were killed, supposedly it was a gory, horrible mess, and they were killed with a knife. Okay? We got to wait. What do they have on Richard Allen? They got a bullet. They got a single bullet. Here we go with the Kennedy case. Single magic bullet that killed all these people. That's all they got. A bullet. And him driving around that area at that time. It could have been him. We don't know until the case comes out, because they haven't released that information on exactly the wounds and what happened to the girls. So it's possible he was a traveling killer. People find it, they find it memorizing. They just can't believe someone could get in their car and drive cross country and be there in a couple days, but kill someone and be back home watching it on TV. And that's how I think Brian was. He did a first kill, and he went to see if they were onto him. Once he found out that they had no clue, or he thought they had no clue, he was addicted. He was an addict. Once he got away with that first kill, it was in his blood. And then he committed other murders. And then he probably sat and waited. And he probably, being that he was in criminology and was a a assistant teacher to a professor for crime and everything. I imagine he was probably calling the police to see what kind of information. Hey, I'm a criminologist and I got a PhD and I'm an assistant teacher to this professor. And I wouldn't doubt it if this idiot was actually contacting police, trying to get information and work with them to stay one step ahead of them. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but and they just can't figure it out. They're so on. This was his first kill. This guy is so smart. Uh, and I'm like, yeah, you folks are way off. They don't take a genius and kill somebody. This guy's a genius. He's book smart. He's a criminologist. He knows how to cover up crimes. No, I think his whole criminology thing was uh, just to stay one step ahead of the police. They got to look all over Pennsylvania now, Massachusetts, where he lived, grew up. Uh, this dude might be killing people even in high school. Yeah, people are so gullible. They just think, yeah, no way. And but that's how a lot of serial killers get away. People overlook it. Nah, it's impossible. He couldn't have drove 6 hours and then been back home. You know, that's just my opinion and theory here. Do I actually know? No, I'm just going off a hunch. And people always think just because you watch someone's channel that you're using their content. I'm like, no, no, that's why we broke away and we're looking all over the United States. And I did a video. They found a car, a white Illumina or whatever out in Florida. I reported on that. People were all saying, no, he's still around. He's around there. I'm like, no, he could have did the killings and he's gone. If he was that smart, he would have left. As soon as they found out they were looking for a white car, he would have boot scoot boogied or got rid of the car. He ain't that smart. I bet you're going to find a lot of murders that actually had footage of a vehicle, maybe. I think there might be two vehicles. What if he was using his parents' vehicle? It's interesting to see. Other than that, I'm just having some coffee, relaxing, chilling. I did watch the great Alex Erickson this morning, and she had a great live going. Incredible women. Then again, I always give women too much credit. The sucker for a woman, but I don't know. These crime channels, I don't know what it is. For another person to do, that's why I don't put crime on my thing. I like to be incognito. I make my crime videos, but I don't have a crime channel. So people overlook it. Some people watch them and pick up what I'm saying. Other people, I might, sometimes I make a video and name it something else just to throw people off because we know people watch our channels for intel or whatever, spies, you know, uh, that's why sometimes I mark my videos something totally different, and only the people that are in my chat and my mods know exactly what I'm talking about. And then, you know, throws people off because they're looking for crime stuff, and I'm like, no, we're way ahead of you folks. Way ahead. So it is a competition in the crime community of Who's going to get the story out, information? And like I said, all these big channels, it's like they got their own following, and they go in other people's chats and tell them, you need to go to this channel. It's a great channel. And it's like they're monopolizing the crime community. You know, I don't know. Crazy? Yeah, but that's what they're doing. Only the big channels get the views, and only the big channels get uh, the all the glory and everything like that. When most of them are so far off, they cannot get it out of their head that he's a serial killer. They just think this was his first time, and he's never done this before, and you know, they're just focused on one thing, and they're focused on everyone in the food truck and the bar footage, which everyone was. Even I was. But then when it got too crazy, I was like, we got to look outside the box. He could be gone already. If he was smart, as they're saying, book smart, and a criminal genius, he's gone. He's left the state. And then we started looking outside the states. Anything that popped up for a white Elantra or a white vehicle. I was looking in Florida because they popped up in Florida, a news bulletin. They found a white Elantra and the house was surrounded. We were looking at other cases where white vehicles were involved. And they were just so closed-minded. You'll never solve a case closed-minded. Never. They'll never solve a case. And all the fake videos that they're putting out is unbelievable. Them people that put out them fake videos should be charged with uh, conspiracy to mess with a crime when you're deliberately putting fake videos out that wasn't even released yet. Information that wasn't even released. That too, them people too should be uh, their channel should be taken down. They're editing. They're editing and photo op and stuff. They shouldn't be able to. They shouldn't be allowed to work in the crime community, especially when they're editing vocal recordings of the Idaho 4 murders. They shouldn't be allowed to have a channel in the crime community. They're literally leading people away from the killer. And it might be deliberately if there's any rewards. These people want the money. They want to solve the case first. So they lead you folks on a wild goose chase. So they can go ahead and try and solve the crime and be the hero. And we are seeing that a lot in these crime communities. We've seen that in the Summer Wells case. We've seen it in the Delphi case. Uh, we're seeing it a lot. That's just my opinion, right? Johnny, you need the exact minute. I don't know. Yeah, he's right. You got to have the exact minute. But I don't know. I don't know. Because I wasn't there. I'm not a killer. So I wouldn't know. The only people that know the exact time when would be the government, police, FBI, or the killers or killer. So we're just going off of YouTube. Mainly I watch the news reports when stuff like this happens and they're looking for someone in the United States or a vehicle. It ain't nothing to jump in a vehicle and drive halfway across the country. Uh, do I think he might have got rid of his car if he had the chance? Maybe that's why he boot scoot boogied out to Pennsylvania. He came right through here. He came right through here. Uh, Yeah, I think if the opportunity was long enough, he might have tried to get rid of his bee. He knew they were onto him once they came out with a white vehicle. And we did spot a white vehicle in that area, but it was not at the apartments right behind the house. It was in a different apartment complex, the same color as the apartment complex that was by Idaho 4. It was the same color. You know, they're not opening their eyes. They're focused so much around that little area. I'm like, this if this guy is smart, as they say, he's out of there. He don't live around there. He might live a little bit away. Everyone can't believe he he crossed state lines. I'm like, it's 10 minutes away. I can drive 10 minutes away and I cross the state line. I could drive 30 minutes away and I can cross the state line. You know, I don't know. But I do think some of these channels that deliberately put out fake information should be charged with obstructive of justice. You know, they were they were they were editing videos to make it look like what it wasn't and make it sound like what it wasn't. You know, they just don't. If you listen to the screams on them videos that are out now, you're telling me that none of the girls downstairs heard nothing, but after the commotion was, they didn't hear that scream. It was blood curdling, right? But no one heard nothing in the house. Come on. You know, I'm not saying that's not what happened, but I'm not buying it. I just ain't buying it. Something's up. Oh, thank you, Kiki Eyes. Let's see what pages. I love how the true crime channels are formed, drug addicts, and they feel it gives them more insight into crime somehow. And Pedro, he busts a lot of balls. He does, but he is also correct. Pedro, I'm gonna give you the golf clap because he is correct. They do. I don't know what it is with these people. Um, the same thing with a lot of these channels. They might have worked for a security team years ago. They might have been ex-police. They might have been ex-FBI. So they use that. Why? To make people believe that, hey, I used to be a cop. I know that, you know, that's just like Pedro was saying. A lot of these people were drug addicts, and I understand, Pedro, and they think that they know because they were in that world. And, well, only a killer would know a killer, right? Only an addict would know an addict. It was a dramatic violence incident in the same other state. I don't know what you're talking about. There was 2 or 3 more murders, uh, 6 hours away from where Brian lived. 4 hours and 6 hours away, I believe. Uh, Round trip or something like that. So, yeah, man, we'll find out when it goes to court. Uh, I was kind of stumped on the robbery charge because that in my head he must have stole something then if they got him on robbery. But I guess in Idaho, if you break into someone's house, they automatically consider it a robbery felony, even if you didn't take anything. I don't know if that's true, but I was trying to figure out where the robbery charges come from, the 1 to 10 robbery charge. Uh, he must have stole something. Maybe the robbery charge is not from the Idaho 4, but it is from 10 minutes away in another state. You know, I don't know. Maybe he will be brought, if they find him, uh, to have anything to do with them other murders out there. Uh, wherever he committed the first murder, usually they have him there first. You know, it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to take a while because now you got to put all this data into the computer and research how many people were stabbed violently in their sleep, in their beds, violently, you know. So we'll have to see. No, I don't know what I'm talking about. God does, though, Pedro. God knows everything about these murders. So do the police. Nah, I ain't doing no cannabism diet right now. Everyone cares about other charges. I'm watching a couple other channels that are uh, involved in some crazy stuff that people are like, "Are you kidding me?" I'm like, "No, bunch of idiots." So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And listen, you're going to get people in your channel that are just going to do their very best to try and throw you off. Probably some of these people that are being watched are the trolls that we're dealing with, and possibly their YouTube channels or the things they've done. Uh, in the past, they're watching their channels. We'll see. But keep going, keep watching videos, and really, all we are crime. We're criminality people in uh, being trained. You're doing exactly what a criminologist does, what Brian did in cases, watching these murder cases and cold cases and stuff like that, and the way people died, the way they were found, the way the bodies were staged and stuff like that. That's all criminology. So actually, we are training to be criminologists, but we are really not because we're just sitting in our front rooms watching YouTube. But we're doing the same thing that a criminologist does. And some of us are getting pretty good at it. And some of us have gone completely nuts from all the madness. So it'll just take time to find out exactly what they got on Brian and how many people he has killed. Now, what do I think's going to happen? I think you're going to see cover up because if he's killed more people than what the police and FBI are thinking, then there's a good chance that they just dropped the ball. They just were not onto it. They couldn't put the pieces together. It might have took a while to get DNA. It might have took a while to get autopsy, but there is one surviving witness that survived. Now, if she can give us an inkling of what the attacker looked like, then we know. because the murders are so similar. Whoever did the murders there did the murders at the other ones out there. So if Brian's totally innocent, well, you got a killer, a serial killer running around killing as they sleep. You know? So, of course, I gave Pedro credit for one thing, and look at then he comes back with, "You're an effing idiot. You know nothing." We know more than what you think, Pedro. We were onto it, but what were people telling us? Like, you're nuts. This is his first kill. No, it don't look like it, if you ask me. And it is possible he had help. No. So, I don't know. I don't know. And they also said Dylan was kind of crazy like that she was very scary, very liked all that kind of stuff or whatever. I don't know if it's true, but they're going to come down on her about because her story ain't adding up. And the time gap, between the murder. That's why I think they're trying to mess with the time stamp because if the murders occurred at 2:30, he was already in the house waiting. They came home, ba 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 ba. He's out of there 15, 20 minutes, right? That puts the murder at somewhere around 2:30, 3 o'clock, somewhere in between two and 3 o'clock. But now they're trying to say that it was 4 or 5. You know, now we'll see. We'll see. I don't think the murders were at 4 or 5. He wouldn't have been able to drive that long distance around and get back home before 5 o'clock if he committed the murders at 4. Any between 4 and 6 o'clock in the morning, they were saying, well, that's impossible because now they have this route of where he drove after the murders. He wouldn't have been able to make it home in time. So I think they got the timestamp wrong. Is it possible he had help? Well, maybe. We'll have to see. Maybe he didn't have help killing the people, but maybe someone just let him right in. And he was waiting. Possible. Possible there was people helping him distract the police so he can get the job done. Maybe. They might not have committed the murders, but they knew about it. Possibly. Anything's possible, in my opinion. But like I said, these people, these big channels, they have power. They got the big views. They got money. And they bully people around. And they actually get mad when some of them, when I comment in their chats, they're like, what are you talking about? You know, how do you know that? Well, because you're not the only channel I watch, idiot. It's just nuts. It's nuts. But it is a monopoly. And we are seeing these channels get all the attention. When small channels were connecting the dots. I didn't see anyone else connecting the dots except for us here. And like I said, and that one dude, True Time or True Crime Time or something like that, who was connecting the dots. I don't believe this was his first kill. You just don't. You don't go in and try and take out a whole house. Your first kill, not knowing who's there. Not unless you got help. But I don't see it. You got to be a cold sucker to do something like that. What if he was dating one of these women? He would have had remorse, right? He would have had to have some. Hello, Miss Donna. How you doing today? Come on in, pay no attention to Pedro. You got to be a cold sucker for your first kill, unless you're very angry at somebody and you're on a mission or whatever. But no, I believe he worked his way up. He did a killing. He waited to see if he got caught. He didn't. He did another killing. He waited to see if he got caught. He didn't. He did another killing. He waited to see if he got caught. He didn't. And then he had power in his brain. You know, he had confidence that he was good at what he did. Right? He was a big guy. And gravity works in your advantage, folks. Meaning, if he's stabbing somebody, he's 6 foot. He's got long arms, long, lanky arms. The power of swinging an arm back it's like throwing a baseball. He didn't have to be a giant muscle man. Just being that tall and having arms that length. When you folks probably wouldn't understand it anyways. But I think they're onto it. Hopefully we find out the truth. Is he related to a serial killer? Possibly. And are they pissed? Oh, everyone's pissed. They're still making videos that this was his first kill. Yeah. I don't think so. I think he's killed animals. I think he built he built his way up to it. My opinion, he built his way up. We'll have to see what the witness says on the stand, because that story has already changed. Are they going to pick her apart? I imagine they're going to try. I imagine they're going to put Dylan on the stand and they're going to pick her apart. You know, why didn't you call the police? You heard people screaming violently and you didn't call the police and thought, you know, then after the killer left, you know, you mean you heard someone crying for help? If they would have called the police right away, there's a good chance that some of them kids would have survived. There's a real good chance some of them would have survived. Now, I'm not bashing her. She was probably very, very dramatic. Yes, Donna. Yes, Donna, Idaho. And they're just not putting the, you know, and we have caught a couple of these channels sending trolls into our chat, spies, stuff like that are deliberately coming in, either listening to see what you say, then they go live, make a video, and use your thing or whatever. You know, some of these people are very disgruntled, and you're gonna be shocked when you find out some of this stuff, that they got teams. They're hackers. A crime sleuth is nothing but a glorified nut job hacker, if you ask me. Looking up people's private lives and information on them. And like I said, 20, 30 years ago, where I'm from, these people would have been dealt with some sick child idiot, or some kind of a sicko trying to, you know, scope out an area or whatever, trying to do something bad. But times have changed. You can't be that way to these people anymore. You know? They're not accusations. There are speculations and theories on a crime case. That's all. That's all. It's no speculation. There's people out there, you shouldn't even be putting out speculation. You should, well, what are you doing, idiot? What have you been doing on your channel for the past year? And you got enough gonads to tell us that we shouldn't be making speculations or accusations on the case. They're just theories and speculations. They're not proof. And I always come out and say that. I don't know. I don't have the proof. I don't have the crime scene photos. I don't have the phone data. I don't have the DNA. You know, what, these people are doing the same thing you're doing, but they got closer to it than you did, and you're pissed. So you send your little trolls and your little people into our chats, and you cause havoc, and you cause madness. And I think there should be a charge on YouTube for that too, literally. You know, my opinion, but I don't know. Call me crazy, right? Call me crazy. It's obvious Pedro has millions of times. You know, we got these so-called crime channels investigating crimes. They're throwing around money all over the place. I'll give you 20 grand. Call to see what happened this summer. Nobody really wants money, and that alone is proof that these people. It's about money. It's about money. Yeah, yeah. Well, some of them are dope dealers and everything, and effing traffickers. You folks are watching and they're not only in the crime community, folks. We're seeing them in music, movie channels, and everything else. You know, the YouTube is a front for them. I was told this before I even got on YouTube. It's very dangerous. Most of these people are sickos, and the whole thing is a front. You know, all right. You know, be very, very safe. Don't trust nobody. I was told that before I even got on YouTube. I was told that before I even got on Facebook. These people are, the world is nuts. It ain't like 30 years ago when you were, the internet has become a tool for madness and kidnappings, trafficking, porno stuff, drugs. It's sick. And people just they can't figure it out. Now, I know that don't make a lot of sense to you folks. That's okay. That's all right. I'll tell you what, I wish I'd never even got involved in it or started watching all this crap every single night and I don't watch just YouTube crime channels. I watch documentaries on murderers, serial killers, uh, real nut jobs, you know, mainly in the music stuff. Uh, you know, the whole thing with Kurt Cobain and somebody killed him and said, well, that's possible. You know, you got to look at everything. I don't think so, but it's possible. Very well possible. You know, someone killed him. All right, maybe. But that's it. That is a big problem in on YouTube. And that's just my opinion, my theories. My observation of YouTube is some of these people were very bad at one time, but now they might have changed their lives. And all glory to them, right? Thank God they changed their lives and they're on the right path. Thank God for that. I give them kudos for that. But you have to also keep in mind that they were drug dealers. Some of them, the drugs they sold killed your children, your wives, your husbands with ODs and stuff like that, or killed because of drugs. I know it's hard for people to understand, but that's why I'm always ready for anything, pretty much. And I know, and other people know that sometimes you you get wrapped up in all that crap, and you just got to get out of it. You got to take a break from it, get out of it. That Donna hit it right on the nose too, Miss Rubiono. Uh, how do they make money? By views and subs. Yeah, yeah. And some of them behind scenes are selling dope, trafficking young kids, making pornos and stuff like that. That's how they make their money. It's a racket. What's the best way to find out if anyone's uh, onto you? Keep an eye on YouTube and social media. It's a tool they use. You know, if it gets too hot, someone's on their thing. They break up the little organization. Everyone go radio silent, and everybody don't talk on the internet or whatever. It's very sophisticated. It's very crazy, very devious. Yeah. No, I don't love people. I don't love people who kill themselves, Pedro. What is wrong with you? No, I don't love rock stars who kill themselves. No. I did love their songs but I don't love them because they killed themselves. I don't know. You got problems, Pedro. Is there any psychologist in my chat that can go ahead and reevaluate Pedro? Somebody. I'm trying to be nice because everyone said be nice. It's your channel. If they want to stay, they can stay. But they can stay. I don't care. I got a very tough skin. I'm from Chicago. Seen a lot of madness. Uh, he ain't. He's probably from another channel or something. I'm thinking it's a woman though. Yeah, keep thinking. I appreciate you stopping in, Pedro. Pedro said, I appreciate you stopping into my channel, Johnny. Yeah, keep dreaming, Pedro. And what is sad is I've been telling people, just don't pay no attention, because a lot of people are like, who is that idiot? He's been in my chat. He's following people around. Nope, this is my baby. This is my baby. Just let him be, because everything he says, everything he's doing, even in other chats or whatever, they're all onto him now. So, like, well, you're real brilliant, Pedro. Who is really Bendejo and so many more. All probably hot phone. If you go to these people's channels, not one piece of content, nothing, no sub, nothing. They're fake accounts or troll accounts that people set up so they can use that phone to attack people. And it's just sick. You're a sick, wretched little man, Pedro. But we love you here, right? Because the Lord said, love all, even your enemies. Nah, we love you. Miss Donna, what are you thinking? I'll tell you what, I got some great ladies in my chat. I've had some biggies in my chat. Across the YouTube lands. Smart women. You know? And yes, Pedro, some of them were drug addicted. but they changed his life. And I'm not going to hold him down. I once was addicted to drugs, alcohol, and I was addicted to sex. Yeah, just ask the just ask the ladies that I dated. Couldn't get enough of them. Couldn't get enough of them. Even couldn't get enough of them. I am still obsessed with Delphi. Can't shake it. We're checking into. We're just checking to make sure. Oh, Brian Kohlberger wasn't around here or anything. Uh, we're waiting to find out actually what kind of wounds the girls had and what kind of knife was used. People are saying it was not a Rambo knife now in the Idaho 4 because there's no record of Brian buying that knife. He didn't buy it at a store. There was a video out a long time ago that you folks missed that someone came forward and said Brian bought a knife off of him. It wasn't through a store. He paid 300 bucks for it or 200 and something dollars for the knife. But it was not bought at a store, so there will be no trace of the knife. How many knives has he used? I don't know. He could be each killing he uses a different knife to try and throw people off. Does that make sense, Miss Rubio? Would that make sense that the killer changes knives and patterns? Maybe. We're not sure. I'm just asking somebody here. What do you? I have zero interest in other crimes. Never was interested in solving crimes until Delphi. Like God had me follow that for 2 years. I've been on it for 6. It's nuts. It drove me nuts. We knew that there was bigger people. It was something was going on. Believe I led me to BG. Yeah. Well, it's like the Idaho 4 now. The 2 girls went out and got a tattoo symbolizing the people that were lost. And I'm like, ugh. We've seen that in the Delphi case with Brian Chadwell, where people are like, he went and got 2 tattoos. They look just like Abby and Libby on his arms, maybe. But he was claiming that, oh, I would never do anything like that. I'm a good guy, me and my group of guys or gang or whatever club he called it. But here they caught him after he put that video out with a girl chained up in his basement that was letting his pit bull attack him. She was chained up in the basement naked. A 9-year-old girl in the Delphi case. He was a suspect in the Delphi case. There's actually footage of him swimming in the river at Delphi, I believe. He used to go to these rivers and bridges and sleep because he had nowhere to sleep. Maybe. We don't know. Pedro said he bought the knife off of some guy with a trench coat. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. All I know is there's a video out there where the guy said Brian Kohlberger bought a knife off of him. That's why they can't find if Brian bought the knife at a store, because it's possible someone already bought the knife and sold it to Brian. That is a very good chance. Therefore, it would be no record of Brian buying the knife if he bought it off of somebody already that already purchased the knife. That's where homeless go. They can hunt for food and wash and yeah, Donna. And we seen that in the Delphi case with Chadwell and a couple other of the guys that were involved. I believe were involved. They might not have been involved. They might not have done the murders, but they knew about it. And I believe they were setting other people up for it. Could Richard Allen been set up? Yes. It was a bullet. What do they got there other than a bullet? And and he lived in that area, so he would have drove around that area all the time. You know, what do they got other than the bullet? Could it have been somebody knew Richard Allen, were friends with him maybe, and he was set up? All they got was a bullet, ejected it out of his gun. How good a relationship did he have with his wife? Was his wife cheating on him? Was his wife? What did she know? You know, what kind of DNA did they have? They had animal DNA, but I could have swore it was a dog DNA. They said, but we don't even know if that's true until the case comes out in court. The police and government can lie to you all day. They can lie to you all day. One of their famous tactics are, we know it's you. Tell us, and we might be able to just let you off or cut the case way down or whatever. And they don't. That's a lie. Same thing when you get pulled over by the police. Any alcohol in the car? If there is, tell me right now, and we'll just pour it out. And any cannabis or anything? And then they got, yeah, I got a doobie into it. Well, put your hand behind your back. Well, you just told me. Yeah, I know, but see, you got cannabis on you, and got to charge you. Happens all the time. There's only a very small amount of police and government that actually say, come straight with me. And if it's a small amount of cannabis, I'm going to write you a ticket and you'll be on your way, and I'm not going to arrest you. Now, there are good cops out there like that. That they come, be honest with me. All right, there's a doobie in the ashtray or whatever. That's all I got. That's it. You can search the whole car. I've seen cops take it, smash it, you know, wrinkle it, crumble it up, have the guy do it, uh, and let the guy go. You know, same thing with the alcohol. You know, pour the beer out and be on your way. But there are police out there that will use lie tactics to get you to tell them what they want, and they're still going to arrest you. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I know, Donna. I was so upset when they rebuilt the bridge. I'm like, tear the bridge down, put it up at there's a huge train museum out here. Tear it down, put it back up by the train museum. Don't send your kids out there. It's an unprotected place. And ain't it funny how it was just dirt trails of broken down. Now after the Delphi murders, they paved all the trails beautifully. They went in, built half of the bridge and redid it and put a thing. I'm like, don't send your kids out there or your ladies or your wives. It is not supervised. It's wooded area. It's the perfect spot to do a murder and be gone and no one know nothing. Now, here we go. Hold on a minute. All right, sorry for the interruption. But yeah, it's no place for kids to be in the first place alone, or teenage girls alone. Am I kind of upset? Yeah. Yeah. Why do people go to places where massive, deadly things have happened? I don't know. I've had buddies that have died in car wrecks and motorcycle wrecks. I don't go to the place where the accident happened and glorify their life at the place they lost their life, a very gruesome, horrible place. I don't know what it is with our country. They find it they find it amusing or stimulating to them. You know, it's like they reopened it so people can go out there and I'm like, why would you why why would you go there to do you imagine the horror that them two young girls out there in Delphi went through? But yet people just swarm out there. I'm like, don't send. But they told me to shut up. Shut up. The bridge is being rebuilt. I'm like, you people are a bunch of sick idiots. But then again, they're looking at the whole state of Indiana as being the hub to these mass murderers and nut jobs. Do you know how many people in the Delphi case lived in Idaho, where the girls lived, the Idaho 4? I do believe Greeno lived in Idaho. I do believe Richard Allen at one time lived in Idaho. These people are so unbelievable. And am I thinking Indiana might be the hub of the nut job and the most corrupt state in the country? It's starting to look like that. People are like, these people came from this sick ass state or whatever it was down there. Maybe. And you can't really talk about it because I've already been threatened. We'll take away your Medicaid, Medicare, will take away everything from you. And so I really can't talk too much about it. I got a disability. I see things differently than people. Small towns are usually the most corrupt. Yeah. 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 Like I said, I got a disability. Uh, and they use that against me. I'm not allowed to have so much money. I can't talk about certain things. I can't. They don't cover certain stuff. Uh, yeah, really corrupt. Really corrupt. Just horrible. It's the state of Mike Pence. Politics. People dropping like flies. Uh, Hell, I live out here by Whistling Diesel or whatever his name is. Uh, Hell, they look at him like he's a good kid, funny kid, but he's always blowing stuff up or shooting his 50 cal out in his field, and people are, what the heck is going on out there? Well, we don't know. Crazy kids. Yeah. So I did see him. I did see him fly his helicopter. Kid's crazy. And then he blew it up inside of his barn. Come on. Good God. Donate it to somebody before you blow it up. Whistling Dixie or whatever his name is. Donate it to somebody. Somebody could have used that helicopter. Somebody could have used that Hellcat that you had. Nobody knows who you are talking about. Probably not, because people don't watch that much stuff on YouTube. I'm going to move to Indiana and get hooked up with welfare. I don't know. I'm not on welfare. I don't even make enough. I make too much now from what they're saying. And it ain't welfare. Welfare is what women go on with kids out here, Pedro, that don't have jobs. They've never worked a day in their lives. That's called welfare out here. For somebody that's disabled or retired or older, uh, they don't make enough. So the government supplements them with food. It ain't welfare. You know? And there's nothing wrong with these women being on welfare. They got kids. They got no way to pay for the kids. They got no way to get food. So I would rather have a woman be on welfare than out selling crack and doing bad things to make a living for a kid, using her body to make money for a kid, to feed the kids or whatever. I would much rather these ladies be on welfare than doing bad things to uh, pay for the children. I support welfare for some of these ladies. I really do. And the older people that just don't make enough. So the government supplements them with a card and they get food put on that. I don't get, I'm done explaining to Pedro. Man, get welfare too. That's sexist, Johnny. Yes, men do. Men get welfare too. Profit. Men do too. You're right. I don't think I don't get, I make too much, I think. Now we just need a racist or a homophobic. I don't know. You people got serious problems. You really do. You really got problems, Pedro. You really do. I don't know what your problem is, but men and women get. And here's another thing, Pedro. I worked my whole life. Nothing was given to me. I paid in to Social Security. My family paid into Social Security. Okay, I've never been on welfare. You know, uh, I'm on disability now because I have a problem. And go ahead, go ahead and beat people down and say what you want, but that's the facts. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. But it's no wonder people can't stand certain people. They beat down on old people. They beat down on people with disabilities. They beat down on people that might have to go on welfare or whatever. You know, it's very it's very racist, and they're very good morning, Kim, beautiful maple syrup. Good morning. And they're very, very judgmental. They judge people. You know? They judge people. Kimmy, I seen your live the other day. Great live. Great live. Qualify. You might not even qualify. Then again, you might be an illegal alien, so you're going to get everything for free anyways. Most of the people on in America now are on welfare. All the illegal aliens that are here are on welfare. But you really shouldn't be bashing on people, Pedro. You really shouldn't. Some people just can't help it. They were born with a disability and they can't function right. So they're put on welfare and disability. They never worked a day in their lives. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's really God doing some kind of work or something. But Pedro keeps bashing people that are on welfare or get food stamps or have a disability and get a check. Uh, what do we do with these people, Pedro? I mean, I know what you want to do with them because the way you talk and hound people, it's almost like are you related to Hitler? Because, I mean, no offense, but that's what Hitler did. Hitler would abuse his people as weak. The people that were on welfare, the people that, and, he would kill them instead of helping them. He would kill them. You know, according to you, it's only women on welfare. No, there's men on welfare too. I just said that when Prophet came in. I know what they're trying to do, folks. We're not dumb. Okay, these are college people, people with brains. They think they're gonna pull a fast one. We know what's going on. All colors, races, and genders are on welfare or whatever. Okay, just because the government issues you a card, but yet you're not getting money or stuff that I don't get stuff that welfare people get. Pedro, I don't get stuff that they get. Some of them get more than me, and that's okay. But really, do your school and stuff before you come into my chat and claim you know everything, Pedro. And quit bashing people in my chat, or I'm gonna have to get rid of you. There's nothing wrong with people having a disability, right? There's nothing wrong with old people or people that get welfare. They the system is being abused. I don't know. It depends on how you look at it. Do we want these women out doing bad things and men doing bad things to make money? That's what they're going to do. They got families. No, even if they got a job, they can't afford. Who's going to watch the kids? The system is being abused. It's also being used, and it's broke. Every system is being abused. I agree with Donna on that. You know what else is being abused? YouTube. YouTube is being used as a tool. You know, YouTube is being used as a tool for these people to attack people. Everyone's got their own opinion. If I was any kind of person that these people say, I would be deleting all you from my channel and not really caring what your opinion was. Right? Right? I'd get rid of all yous, block you, report yous. But I'm letting you voice your opinions, and everyone's got their right. So quit bashing people that are on welfare. Quit bashing people that have disabilities or are bald or are missing teeth or, you know, quit bashing people. They don't come to your channel and do it, but of course you got no content. You know, you know what you are. Therefore, people have read you and found out what you are. Therefore, these people don't want content on their channel because they'll be found out. They'll be profiled. So, like I said, when you got people that are deliberately trying to ruin your life or trying to make you out to be an idiot, uh, that's I don't do it to other people. I don't go into other people's channel and say you're an idiot and you're on welfare and you're a druggie and you're an addict and you're no good. I don't do it. So why do they come in here and do it to mine? I don't know. Jealous. Everything the Lord told me and the preachers told me. These people are gathering together to try and take you out. I'm like, murder? If it's murder, we're just going to start killing them all. No, they're trying to get you. Yeah. They're trying to gang up on you and take you out and take your channel down and, you know, all this stuff. I'm like, good luck. Christ, they've been trying to kill me since the day I was born. It don't matter what I do, Pedro. It's obvious you've been following me around and you're a stalker. How would you know what I do in other chats, Pedro? You're giving yourself away, Pedro. You're giving yourself away, Pedro. You really are. And it's sad. It's sad. How would you know what I do in other chats, Pedro, if you ain't following me around? If you ain't following the ladies around in this chat? I'm very polite to ladies and men in their chats, and I don't cause trouble. And I don't care if they're on welfare or if they were drug dealers or drug addicts. I really don't care. There's still some nice people out there that change their lives. I don't break them down in their own chat. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, yeah, other people do, Pedro. But they don't pay attention to what I'm doing. You do. They don't pay attention to what I say. You do. Thank you, Kim Maple Syrup. You're a lovely lady, too. Always so polite, but you're going to get these idiots in your chat that just. And I wouldn't doubt if it's a woman because women love to monkey with us men's heads. And there's nothing against men being on welfare. There's nothing against women being on welfare. There's only so many jobs in the world. There's only so many jobs that are going to pay enough where a woman or a man could leave their kids with a babysitter and go work and still survive. We didn't create this problem, folks. We didn't create this problem. You know? All right, Pedro. Then why are you here? If you can't stand this channel and I'm an idiot, then why do you come here? No one's holding you. I put you in. I put you in YouTube jail. I don't know how many times. Then I got people coming over here. You better release Pedro. You better release Bendejo. They're all the same. You don't have to listen to nothing I say. You don't even have to come to my channel. I appreciate you coming here, but when you're ripping on me, now you're on welfare, Johnny. Why don't I move to Indiana and I can get on welfare like you because you haven't. Why are you picking on me? I paid my dues. I worked. I even had to work jobs where I didn't get paid taxes taken out. Then they turned around and turned me in, and I had to pay the IRS. That's one thing you don't want to do is mess with the IRS. No, it's okay, Kimmy, because Pedro just is disgruntled. He's a very angry person or man or woman or something. I don't know. I don't blame him. The world sucks. But he's been busting my balls for a long time. And I'm like, dude, I've been giving him chances. And all the people he knows and the channels that he belongs to and who sent him and everything. But them themselves are actually being watched. You know? I think you folks will be shocked that we're watching more kitty porn people on YouTube than you'll ever know. Got respectable channels and everything. I think Pedro is just fooling around. No, I don't think so, Chelsea. I don't think so. He's been doing it in other chats. He's been here. He's been trying to push people's buttons, and then people get upset and they get mad. They start yelling, and I don't blame them. I know, Kim. I know. He claims I'm all this and everything, but yet here he is talking that I'm a racist, I'm a homophobic, all kinds of stuff he's been saying. You know, it don't bother me that much, but it's bothering the other people that he goes into chats and uses alt accounts and you know, some of them I made them a mod, and I'm like, you just made someone that's been busting my balls in my channel a mod, and I'm not. So I was like, we know where he's coming from, what channels are doing it. And yes, we could prosecute, I believe. Uh, that's harassment. They're harassing people. You know, just keep being you. The right people will follow. Exactly, Kim. I am being me. Everyone keeps up. Just be you. Don't be this is me. If you would talk to any of my friends in high school, they'd be like, no, he hasn't changed. He's wild and crazy in school. He's an idiot. He was funny. He hasn't changed. That's him. That's how he was. I'm me. You folks are me. And it ain't going to work. You know how many Johnny Kramers and John Kramers that popped up on YouTube? Facebook, there's thousands of them. I don't go through courts, Pedro. The courts are corrupt. I don't go to court. I'll never step foot in a court. It's all corrupt when your president's saying it's all corrupt. All the way down to the churches, to the courts, to the police, to the FBI. It's all corrupt. No, we're not getting. We're not going into that. I don't want. I don't have to sue people to make money. I can't believe this. I can't believe it. That's what most of these people do. They sue. That's the only income they got, is suing people. Unbelievable. And then what gets me is these YouTube channels that send these trolls there and their viewers, they get hurt. Then the YouTube channel is, oh my God, I can't believe YouTube is real life, folks. You walk down the street and you call someone a name or say something they don't like, and you get punched in the face. That's real life. I've seen it so many times. YouTube is real life, folks. If you think different, you're cuckoo. Cuckoo. These folks are terrorists, traffickers, gangbangers, mafias, biker gangs. And the whole YouTube thing is a cover. It's a front. Kim is not sensitive. Well, she is sensitive, but she's a nice lady. Leave her alone, Pedro. You're going to get timed out. You're going to get reported. You're going to be stalked and haunted down by government. No joke. They're really coming down. You're going to see a lot of laws changing. I believe that's how they got the Idaho 4 there, was lured them there. And we're starting to see a lot of these people being lured and tracked on social media and YouTube. Why you got to make a man that might have worked his whole life and lost everything, his health, his life, his wife, his kids, his house, his cars. He lost everything, almost died a couple times. Why you got to bust someone's balls because now ability and have a disability, and they might get a card from the government that was issued to give them food because of the times we're in right now? Why do people got to bust their balls? I don't know. They make them feel so degraded, they end up killing themselves or going out and committing horrible crimes to put food on the table. Why? Because they don't want to be looked down on. They don't want to be looked down on. Don't worry, I got my answer
We are
machine again.
unavailable to take your call. Please leave a message and thank you for calling.
So, why do people do that? I don't know. It's the devil, man. You know, it's flashbacks of what my grandpappy used to tell me, the stories about Hitler. Uh, you know, that's what he did to his people. He said they were holding his country down, so he killed all the disabled people, the old, the weak, the people that just were not up to par. He killed, and that's what we're seeing right now, with people judging everybody and welfare and all this stuff Pedro's bringing up. Just be nice, Pedro. Stop it and apologize to all the people in my chat and me. And we'll just leave it at that. Okay? That's it. That's all I'm saying. Kim said, I will never change. Well, don't. You're a nice lady. So everyone thinks that. And here's the other thing. If a man and a woman are attracted to each other, and that man and woman share photos or whatever, there's nothing against that. If they are legal people, legal adults of age between each other, and they're attracted to each other, whatever, there is nothing wrong with that. People's private lives are their own, but make sure you're talking to who you know, because we don't know. It could be someone putting a photo of a woman on that's knocked dead a brick house, but it be a 12 or 13-year-old kid. And then the police could, well, you were talking to a 13-year-old. Well, that's tough shit, because right here it says she's a 30-year-old woman. You're going to see this shit change here pretty soon. People are being led on, and entrapment. They're being entrapped. They're trapping these people. They thought they were talking to a 30-year-old woman, 38-year-old woman, and it's a 12, 13-year-old kid, 14-year-old kid. So the law, you ain't going to get this. Oh, well, that's the whole thing. The whole thing is going to be changing here soon, folks. It's corrupt. No, you weren't here, the fool. Go back and read the whole thing. He probably deleted his stuff, but he's the one that came in here and started it. About me being on welfare and about other things that I was talking about. You came in kind of late, but no, he was busting balls. Ask Kimmy. You know, I didn't. I was talking about the case, and then Pedro comes in, and what does he do? He's talking about things that have nothing to do with the case. And I was over at a channel, same thing. Get him out of here. Here we are talking about the case, and he's bringing up stuff that has nothing to do with anything and making sick suggestions about the case. And they're like, what are you, an idiot? Get out of here. There's one thing to joke, but when you're deliberately coming into people's chats and messing with them, no offense, Miss Profit, no offense. Oh, you've been doing well. I imagine so. You got a lot. No offense, but he's busting people's balls about being on welfare, and you're on welfare. It's easy for you to say you're on welfare. Well, you think I want to be on welfare? It ain't even called welfare. I don't even get welfare. They gave me a stinking card. I get $20 on it a month. That's welfare. I get $20 on that card. I don't even want it. I even told them you can take it back. Like, that's going to save my life. $20. I actually called them. I said, I don't want the. What do you mean? How much do you give me? $20 a month? Yeah, you can keep it. Give it to a lady that really needs it, or a man. And they said they couldn't do that. I said, well, yeah, $20. Well, I used to get 16, but after all this COVID stuff, uh, they raised it to $20. I'm like, oh, gee, thanks. Thank God I'm going to live like a king, right? Right? The ones that were screaming out Nazism have become the Nazis. Sick ass world. And no offense, Miss Profit, I understand, but he was in here busting my balls. He was. That's why the other ladies were telling him to quit monkeying around. A lot of men that are on welfare. That's all I'm saying. There probably is, but my apologies if and like I said, if I upset you, people don't have to be here. They don't have to watch my channel. I appreciate it, but they don't have to be. You know. And no offense, I'm taking no offense to what Miss Profit said. You know, she's not happy that I was talking that women that have kids are the only ones that get welfare, and that she's right about that. That's not true. There's a lot of people now. If you want to call getting a food card from the government welfare, then I guess she's right. There's many men that get welfare. I guess. You know, no offense. No offense. You were the one who acquitted welfare with women. Okay, whatever. All right. All right. I am the one that did it. Okay. Are you happy now? Dealing with a bunch of kids. There you go, Pedro. You're right. Everyone is right. I'm the idiot. It don't bother me to be the idiot, and it don't bother me to be the better man. To apologize, I apologize, Miss Profit. Let's just end it. Jeez Louise. Yeah, exactly. My apologies, Miss Profit. If I offended you, not only do men or women with kids get welfare, men also get welfare, but I would rather have the women that have kids be on welfare than out selling their body and selling drugs or stealing or killing or gangbanging to make money to put table on the food on the table. That's all I was saying. My apologies if I upset anybody. Okay? My apologies. Yikes. Can't believe this. They are. The Bible, the preachers were right. They're coming for me. And we got to be ready. We got to be ready. In Jesus' name I pray. Glory be to God, King of Kings, the light in the dark. Whew. Wow. Yes, Pedro, it's better to talk about this than some fake ring door camera. Let me say this from I'm just being honest and forthcoming. I think that's what adults do when they are talking. Exactly. Finally, I got an adult in here. Kimmy and Profit are the adults. And I think it's right that I apologize if I offended her at all. Men are also on, now that we're through this CB thing and all, people just can't afford to live. And that little card that they gave these people with food on it, if they want to call it welfare it is. There's many on it, probably no. And my apologies if I upset Miss Profit. Excuse me. Or if I offended little Kimmy maple syrup. Again, I am working honestly to feed my family. She is, and that's why she's a good woman. I've never had to sell my body. Geez Louise. I'm just saying, Miss Profit, that's what women do. I'm not saying you do. I'm not saying anyone in my chat does. I'm just saying that's what they do. Don't tell me they don't. I've seen it. I've been in the city. I know what these women and men do to survive. That's all I'm saying. We respect your thoughts there, Miss Profit. That's all. I don't want to upset him. Let's get off the subject. Let's just get off the subject. Please, Miss Profit, plug your amp in, turn it to 20, and strum the strings and just give it some feedback to make all this go away. My God, they really come down on me today. They really come down on me today. Jeez, Louise. It's probably Thelma and Louise. Good God Almighty. Nope, you can't. You can't voice your opinion no more in the world. I believe you're right there, Kimmy. It's gonna upset somebody. Someone's gonna think differently, and you know what? Miss Profit has every right to think whatever she wants. She's her own woman. She has her own mind. She's free to think whatever she wants. If she wanted to post in here, "You're an idiot," she can do that. I agree with her sometimes. I will be the first one to agree with Miss Charcy Profit. I'm an idiot. Good idea. I think that's what I do. And pack my soap I made with my own two hands. Exactly. This is an independent woman, and she's an entrepreneur, right? Right? She'll do things herself. And I've seen so many women that do stuff like that. They take control and they live their own lives. I used Zest yesterday. I took a shower last night, Miss Profit. I used Zest. It kind of leaves a film. I mean, it smells okay, but it leaves a dry skin thing. I don't know. I'm going to go back to maybe using my Dirty Bird. Well, God bless her little heart, Miss Profit. I was always a hard worker, uh, but I just can't do it no more. You know, construction will break you down. It will just break your body down. Your wrist, my elbows are shot. My back is shot from carrying heavy loads. Uh, my elbows shot. My wrists are shot from swinging hammers, and my knees are shot. You know, and people are like, "What?" You know. So I'm telling you, I'm getting flashbacks of World War One or two or whatever with the Nazis or whatever. It's like, what the fuck, man? I helped build most of the homes that you folks, tradesmen built most of the homes that these people are living in. You know, they drive the roads that most of these people are driving. They built them, and why are we being beat down for it? I don't know. Because we can't do it no more. Because we lost everything. No, I don't know. I was I was too until I was living in pain every day of my life. Exactly, kid. You know, I didn't flip hamburgers my whole life. I didn't sit behind a desk. Although I have worked at a restaurant when I was a young kid, a young teen. I did work at a restaurant. But then I went into construction, landscaping, and I was an assistant electrician. Did a lot of things to make money. Never stole. never put a woman out on the street, never beat people up or to make a living, never sold drugs, never, none of that. I should have, but I didn't. Probably would have been a rich man. People think they know me. They don't. People people might know me from high school or grew up or whatever, but they really don't know what what interests me, and they really don't know what I know, and I'm trying to learn each day all over again. You know, and people get they think they know they have no clue. Most of them are listening to people that maybe I went to high school with that were jealous, so they created a bunch of lies or whatever. Yeah. No biggie. It's not like I'm going to hound these people down and then you told a lie. Who cares? It's part of life. I move on and I keep going forward. People are pissed. For one, a lot of people are pissed that I quit drugs and alcohol. They're like, who got him sober? We wanted him nuts so he can steal every ideal, every imagination this guy had, everything he had. And they did. You know? No, I'm not putting anybody down for flipping hamburgers or being a cook or any of that. I've done it all. You know, I've changed oil on cars. I've done anything to make money, the honest way, not illegally. And kudos to any of you ladies or men out there that are making an honest living, or at least you did at one time, but you can't no more because you're either broke down from work or mentally uh, have mental problems. And who don't these days? The world we live in, everything they pump out on the TV creates psychosis. Now you got a whole country of nut jobs. Good luck on your new job, Miss Profit. I hope everything goes great for you. I really do. And I hope your soap thing gets taken off. And hopefully one day I'm taking a shower with your soap. Hopefully. Oh, you're welcome. And if I remember correctly, you're a single woman. So maybe you can come here and drop that soap. I'm joking, Miss Profit. I was going to say, maybe you can stop by and make a special delivery with some of that soap. I'm joking. I'm just joking. I can't even be me anymore. I can't even be a man in this country. You can't even flirt with women anymore. It's just so sad. That's what's killing this country, man and women. Just can't do the things we used to do. I used to love flirting with ladies when I was single. It was very stimulating. It was very good for the relationship. And even though you didn't take them home and sleep with them, but the flirting and everything, I'll tell you, America's really in bad shape. I'm working on a formula for your soap. Yes, single. I would love to go to Indiana. I'm from Detroit, remember? Oh, you're a hop skipping away. I would love for you to come down and drop some soap off. Of course, you're gonna have to show me how to use this soap. Of course, I'm joking, ladies and gentlemen. And right there is sexist, right? right there is sexist in the world. I'm like, this is the problem with our country. You know, I'm being polite about it. I'm flirting, but not being real sick about it. You know, uh, I live in Texas. No, she lives in. Well, that's too far for you to drive. It's too far for you to drive. Oh, here comes the spaghetti sauce lady herself, Miss Parego. We've been wondering where you've been. Johnny, are you cheating on me and Debbie? No, I'm not cheating on nobody. I'm not with anybody. I'm single. I'm single, Miss Parego. I wish someone would knock on my door. I'm here and you belong to me now. Okay. All right. Yes. Shh, Sarah's here. Miss Paringo, and her lovely spicy tangy sauce. Been home in a funk. Oh my God. You've been home in a funk? What happened? What happened? I would not, I don't cheat on women. I don't cheat. I never cheat. I'm always happy with what I got. I don't need no more. Be careful. You might get your wish, but I wouldn't be what you expected. I don't know. Are you beautiful? Do you have breasts? You ain't got a kickstand, do you? I don't want none of that. Nothing wrong with it, Miss Donna, but well, you gotta be attracted to the other woman, or a woman has to be attracted to a man, his looks or whatever, right? Can we agree on that? Right? There's gotta be some kind of an attraction there, right? What happened? Was she more breast than Chick-fil Filet? Oh my God, she's saucy today. Holy cow! Are you kidding me, Sarah? Don't come around here. I haven't been with a woman in years. I might end up licking your face before you even say anything. I just opened the door and commenced the licking face. All right, who are you? You just licked my face. That's how I get to know you. Who are you? I'm much like a dog. Meow. Kimmy Maple said meow. I'm sorry. That's the way I introduce myself to ladies. Who are you? I'm Saucy Paringo. That's you. Come on in. My God, he just slobbered in my ear. Or thighs, they don't quit. Quit it, please quit it. I've been. Donna said gross. I'm joking, Donna. Miss Donna Rubio. My apologies if I upset you. I'm much like a Labrador dog. That's my way of introducing myself. Hi, I'm Johnny. Who are you? I'm sorry, Donna. My apologies. I know it's gross. Maybe you should be neutered. What? What are you talking about? Maybe. The dang thing don't work anyways. Who knows? Probably all dried up too. Who knows? This is horrible. I don't see anything funny about that, Miss Paringo. I really don't. It's unreal what's happened to me. I'm probably gonna have to get neutered or something. Who knows? like my 79-pound pitbull. Yikes. Yikes. How are you ladies doing today? It is 3:15 or 2. I hope everything's going on. I'm not cheating on any ladies. I don't know why they're Miss Parego. Why would I cheat on a woman? I mean, if I had you ladies, I wouldn't even be here on YouTube. I'd be sitting down, dipping my bread into your sweet and tangy Parego sauce and eating probably. You probably wouldn't see me on YouTube no more. Kimmy, you're good. Oh, Kimmy. Kimmy's always good. Or buried in the backyard. Hmm. That's interesting to know, Donna. It's very interesting to know that either I would be eating her spaghetti sauce or be buried in her backyard. This is interesting. This is interesting. Or my handful of biscuits. Oh, I love gravy and biscuits. Oh my God, biscuits and gravy. Oh my God. Bronco is my sweetheart. He loves everybody, but growls and intimidates objects and vacuums. I bet 80-pound pit bull. Just let him have his way with you. Just let him have his way with you until he's done, then back away slowly. Oh, thank you, Kimmy Maple Syrup. As you can tell, I'm not like other YouTube creators. I ain't constantly telling you hit the like and sub. It really don't matter to me. I don't have a backyard, but would he settle for hogtied and gagged? No, no, these are women talking like this. And this is scary because I gotta profile men that are scary, right? But these are women. Miss Parego said, I don't have a backyard, but would he settle for hogtied and gagged? That's a scary situation. I can tell you that much. Are you a single woman, Parego? Parego? This is scary. We might have to go to her house and dig up her backyard. I'm not sure. We know we got to stop at Donna's. Dig up her yard. We don't know. This is unbelievable. Oh, she's single. Nah, cool. God bless her little heart. And her spaghetti sauce. Huh. Ain't it interesting how we got Miss Donna Rubionio in here and she said, they never found Hoffa. You want to be the next? No. I'm joking. She didn't say that, but she did say they never found Hoffa. Yes, I believe Paringo was a hog tire and was going to hog tie me up. And then Debbie Fox said Parego said something about, one of these women said something about they can tie a knot with their tongue. And one of them said they can tie up a little pinky and hog tie it. And have you ever been hog tied? No, I haven't. And I appreciate it if you don't do that to me. We might have to stop and dig up these ladies' yards. It's getting scary. The one came into my chat one day and I'm like, what are you doing? She said, I'm just sharpening my machete. What? My machete. I got a machete. We might have to stop at her house. Never said that. She never said that. No, she's so nice. How's the spaghetti sauce coming today? Parengo. Any special sauce today? I know Profit's making soap just for me. Just for me. I said I can make you squirrel a square knot. I can make a square knot, silly. I could barely see it. I think that's what she said. I don't know. With your tongue? Oh my God. Where are you at? I'm joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking, Miss Profit. We should have a Johnny Channel meetup. No, we shouldn't because there'll probably be 50, 60 kids out of that meetup. I don't want to pay child support. This might be very, 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 you'll probably never see Johnny again if there was this, we should have a Johnny Channel meetup. Uh, this could be very interesting. I'm already, my mouth's already watering. Johnny, you love us fighting and planning our plans. No, I don't. I love when you're women. I do love when you flirt. I do love you just being women. The whole machete thing and tying my little piggy up, I could do without. Uh, I do love she can tie a square knot with her tongue. That's kind of interesting. Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay, or tie your big piggy up. Oh my God, these women are out for blood today. How about we just said we had a Johnny Kramer meetup, but we really didn't. I don't want 50 kids out of this, and I know if all you ladies come over here and you're single, someone's leaving. Someone's leaving with a smile. I'll tell you that much. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm just joking, folks. Hey, I'm a single dude now. I can I can I can dream, can I? I can look, but you can't touch. I can look, but I can't touch, right? I can flirt. I'm not with nobody. No one's knocked on my door and said, "You belong to me now." No one's done that. I hope no one ever does because depending on what they and who they are, I'll be like, "Sorry, wrong address." I have no idea. No, my name's not Joey. I'm Jim Bob Thornton from Swollen Groin, Kansas. Okay, say you did what? Come over here? I better go to the grocery store and get some food and drinks. I better go get some food and drinks for you ladies. And I better take a shower and I better cook some dinner for you ladies because I've seen what you ladies get like when you don't eat. Are we going to be drinking coffee? I'll have to go get some coffee. Exactly, Miss Profit. There's nothing wrong with jogging around the fire station all day with your camera, dressed in your little skimpy jogging suit, watching the firemen. There's nothing wrong with it. Of course, I've gotten a couple calls from them. There's some lady that's been here all day. What are you guys doing? No, we're just out running hose and pay no attention to her. Just flirt with her a little bit. Nah, time to feed the kitties. Yes, go feed the kitties. Think I'm going to give YouTube a break. I don't know. What if you ladies showed up here? What do you think it would be like? What kind of night would we be watching movies on the big screen? You know, would we be watching movies? Would we be would we be eating? Would we be laughing and giggling and joking around and everything? Probably. Johnny, we meet up in wedding bells. Maybe. Who knows? Of course, if that ever happened, I will be licking your face all the way down the aisle. Please, Mr. Kramer, we're trying to get married. Hurry up, Doc. I gotta go. Hurry up, preacher. Get this over with. Now, of course, Donna's going to say, "You are one sick puppy." Yes, I am. Of course, I would rather lick your face than me walk up and sniff your butt and then say, "Hi, I'm Johnny." Ah, I can smell it's Donna. Come on in. Us men, we're all animals. The visual. There you go. Now I'm getting Miss Profits. She's putting in the visuals. Oh, no, you didn't. No, Donna, I would never do that, Miss Donna. No, I would never do that. I'm just joking. It's comedy. I have been known to be pretty good at comedy, but I would never walk up and sniff your butt first and then say, "Hello, I'm Johnny." I would never do that. It's unbelievable. Oh, I forgot. Miss Rubio might be married. I'm going to put on my channel now only single women. Love flirting you. Yeah, I'm just flirting. I'm just flirting. I would not do that actually in real life. Lick your face, maybe. But sniff your crotch or your butt first and then introduce myself? No. I'm not going to fart on camera. I did one time and they wanted to copyright me, Pedro. They literally that's my fart. What are you copywriting? I accidentally passed gas. Copyright. Oh, who owns my farts? That was it wasn't a sound effect. These people are unbelievable. YouTube is unbelievable. My my fire hall has no one in it. 24. 7. Your fire station, it has no one in it 24/7. Love the classics, the dinner and the dessert. Yes. Yes. Movie, dinner, and dessert. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even want to get started thinking about having a whole room full of women over here that are all single. No, no, no. Of course, I think you ladies would be joking and laughing. Of course, I would probably have you ladies laughing. And being funny with a woman or joking with a woman is very sensual and foreplay. Sarah, they work out on the porch during the day. I just run around the block. I'm not the only one. No. There's been massive reports of you ladies running around the fire department out there. Uh, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, your little skimpy jogging suits and everything. We know, Miss Profit. We know how you ladies are. It comes back to sex, Johnny. What? Nah, don't always come back to sex. Well, it does with you women. You women think about sex too much. You really do. I thought us men were bad, but you ladies are just horn dogs. You really are. You really are. Joking. And there went everybody out of my chat. My viewers just dropped to zero. It comes back to sex. I know it does. It all does. And there's nothing wrong with sex with the right person. Prophet says, of course, we're the ones. Well, you ladies, ooh, you guys hear that? Well, you ladies do think about it a lot. I thought I did. I thought I was frustrated. Uh, and one of my, and some of these women get me very, very frustrated, very, very sexually frustrated. I'm like, what do I? Oh my God, I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta take a shower. This is too much. Ooh, you hear that creaking? Did you ladies hear that? Something's around her. Somebody's around her. Be gone, Satan. We got time for you. You know, it's a survival thing in more ways than one. It sure is. Sure is. I do believe I read back. If I go back and read Miss Paringo's statement, she said she's got more breast than something. Thank God, Miss Parego, you won't have to worry about drowning in the floods out there if you live in. You got your own built-in flotation devices. You won't have to worry about drowning. She said she's got plenty of breast, X double D's or something. Good God, woman, you're gonna float away. Let me tie you down so you just don't float away. Meow. That's flirting. She's flirting. She's flirting. Great ladies. I do love a lady that can flirt and is funny. I have kitty cats that make noise all day and night. Maybe it's your squirrely friend making all that noise. No, it ain't a squirrel. I think I would notice a squirrel running around my house. We know a fine specimen when we hear it. I don't know. From what I heard, with all your talk about your spaghetti sauce and you got more breasts than XD or whatever. Uh, that means double D or something. I don't know. If someone tie her down to a chair or something, she don't float away. I don't know. She ain't ever gonna have to worry about drowning. I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna grab her if the ship goes down. I'm floating on her. I'll be riding you through the waves, Miss Sarah Paringo. No, there's nothing wrong with you, Miss Paringo. It's frustrating. You're single. You know, I'm a man. I'm single now. It is very frustrating. We would much rather have companions, but you know, there's nothing wrong with you. It's perfectly normal. It's not wrong. Yeah, you do need to remove frustration so much. So do I. I know. It's it. I'm just waiting for my robot wife to show up. 6-speed overdrive and vacuum attachments, and hopefully she does dishes. I'm not sure. It's gonna be great. Breasts, thighs, and natural. Oh my God! Please slow down. Is it hot in here? I think it's hot in here. I really think it's hot in here. I think it is. I'm just saying. I think it's a little bit hot in here. It's. Do I have the heat on? I'm not sure. I need to go do some chores. I'll see y'all later. Yes, I got to do chores too. Are you going to be making that soap delivery here, Miss Profit? What time? Let me know. Of course, you're going to have to show me how to use the soap correctly. I'm joking. Have a great day. Be safe. We'll see you later. Thank you for stopping in, Miss Profit. And I hope I didn't upset you at all. And look at Miss Parega. She's trying to deliberately get me. These women are trying to deliberately to get me all worked up. I know it. I know it. It's getting hot in here, I'll tell you that much. I think I'll take off all my gloves. I'm just joking. You know what? All I can say is good things also come in small packages. I like all kinds of breast myself. Small, big, don't matter. It's the woman and her way she acts and how sensual she is the real turn on to me. Of course, the body helps, but if if I'm happy with anything. If I'm attracted to it and it makes me steamy, then it makes me all sweaty, and I gotta take a break. I need air, oxygen, somebody. And that's all that really matters. Can we agree on that, ladies? So I haven't heard on the church lately. I don't know. I don't, like I said, I don't watch the channels unless someone comes in here and says they're acting like idiots or whatever. It's a funny video. Then I'll go watch it. But I'm getting a lot of activity around here, lady. A lot of ladies, a lot of creaking, a lot of. I prefer a wife, Johnny. You prefer a wife? What are you talking about? Are you a man or a woman? This is unbelievable. Here the whole time she's been talking. It's a woman. You're a sick man. A sick, wretched man if you're a man. Very sick and disturbed. Is it up, church? Up, church, I've told you, quit coming in here under other people's names and drive me crazy. I told you that. I'll go check out your video, up, church. You don't have to come in there and do. I quit making fun of my guy now. Just come in here as up, church, instead of all these ladies pulling my chain. Busted, cheating. Who? Oh, yeah. I hear he's single now. Why can't these dudes with big money just have one woman? They gotta have 50 women. I'm just unreal. I'm like, you should be lucky with one. How dare you bite the hand that feeds you, right? No, I am not cheating. I'm not dating anybody, so I can be with anyone I want. Oh, you mean Upchurch? I don't know, maybe. Who knows? I have no idea. I don't know his life. I have no idea. I don't know why these people are not happy with one. Don't bite the vagina that's giving you the vagina. It's unbelievable. Joking. I'm just joking. The world is not ready for me. I think some of the big pros, the big guys were right. We're going to keep you for ourselves. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I want to be on the movie. No, the world is not ready for you. The world is not ready for Johnny. Steamy. Yeah, it's steamy in here. It's all steamy in here and everything. I think they do it deliberate. They love watching me square. I think they all come in here, flirt with me, and then they're like, we know he's going to be jerking the baloney tonight. Nope, I don't do that too much. That's my problem. I don't even know if it works anymore. I'll be happy. I hope you ladies are happy. All artificial intelligent wife. Oh, it's an intelligent. Oh, they're computer generated. You women are computer generated women. I think it's Elon probably. Elon already got his robot wife, so he might be plugging her into the computer, the internet system, and they might be getting data to read me. So when my wife shows up, she already knows how I am, how I talk, and everything. So you're my future wife, Paringo Parango. All right. Well, then she's collecting data on my brain, so she knows exactly what I'm gonna like when she shows up here. Um, I guess they're shipping her in 2 boxes. One half of her is held up in customs, but she'll be here soon. I'll put her all together. Super computer human like. Yes, honey. Yes. Yes, you are very super computer human like. You are, sweetie. Now you remember when you get here, you make sure before you leave that factory that you got that new 6-speed overdrive transmission in you. Because I don't want you to break down, lovely, lovely, lovely love. I know. I know. Don't worry about it. I'll be able to charge you up at night. I have a USB charger. I'll plug you right into the wall, sweetie. It's going to be great when you get here. I love you. Dear, I'm really sorry, though. I had to delete some of your cousins. The sex bot crew that was there earlier. I'm sorry. I had to get rid of your family. But that's okay, love. We'll get on with this. We'll make it. Is there anything you all... Is there anything else you want to say? My lovely future wife that is collecting data on me. Yes, I love spaghetti. You're right. Yes, I love chicken breast. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you want to say? No, I think the cat has got your tongue. I think so. And of course, I've won. And I've even conquered the human woman. But now I have conquered the artificial intelligent women. That's just what I do. That's what I do. Supercomputer human like. I guess so. I imagine. I imagine so. But there's no woman that can control this guy. There's just too much of Johnny. They just can't get enough. Now I know all you ladies are very busy ladies. You got, yes, I am. Yes, you are. Uh, very intelligent, artificial intelligent lady. And right now she is learning everything that I like. So when she shows up here, she is fully ready for me. You know, that's going to be great. That's going to be great. Going to be unbelievable. Now, I know you ladies are very busy ladies and you got a lot of stuff to do. I got things to do myself. Uh, Miss Parego. I know you are artificial intelligence and you are my wife, but legally we have not had sex, so therefore the wedding cannot go on until we do that. So I am still saying, I hope they gave you the new latex skin because I like to lick your face like a puppy dog. And you ladies have a great day. Be safe. I know you ladies are very, very independent women, very strong, and have your own lives. I can't keep you on this YouTube forever. Of course, probably Miss Parango I could because she's probably tapped into the circuit right now, into the internet, charging her USB chip brain. But I love all you ladies, and you're all great, strong, incredible ladies. And if I offended any of you ladies today, my apology. My apology. You're okay? You're all right? Okay, honey. No, I'm not cheating on any woman because I don't have a woman. So you can't cheat on a woman if you don't have a woman. You know, and I don't cheat on women anyway. So now you ladies be good. Actually, I am voice activated. I know. I wanted the voice activation in there so I could just say things and then you do whatever I say. This is going to be great. This is going to be unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, this is great. But you ladies have a great day. I got things to do here, and you ladies have things to do, and it was all in good fun, just sitting around joking and having a good time and everything. And I don't know. I'm so confused with everything. For all I know, these are all men in my chat, and they all have beards and mustaches, and they're all sitting around the bar right now, joking and falling out of the chairs. He thinks we're all dude or women when we're just dudes, and this is great. Great. Watch, I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him my spaghetti sauce is sweet and tangy. I was gonna say battery is low, but yes, the battery's low. I'm gonna have to charge you up here. Once you get here, I'll charge you up. Now, you folks have a great day. Be safe. Miss Rubio's back. You'll never find me at a bar. Nah, my bar days are over with. My bar days are over with. But I wouldn't doubt it if most of these people are sitting in the bar laughing their butts off right now. Look at this idiot. We're all dudes. I got a kickstand, and this guy thinks I'm some broad. I told them I got double DXs and yeah, breasts forever that go on forever. They just got me. They got me in the palm of their hand. I'm getting off this contraption. Once again, Miss Parango, my future so-called wife. I'm sorry I had to delete a couple of your family members off my channel, but they were flirting with me. Artificial intelligence. Now, you ladies have a great day. Love y'all. You're all great. See you later on tonight, maybe. I don't know. I'm not seeing little Debbie Fox, but Debbie Fox is a very busy lady. She's got cows and horses and stuff to feed and animals. Very, very busy lady. We miss you already. We miss the ladies that can't be here and the other mods that can't be here right now. We miss you all. And there's nothing wrong with flirting. Nothing at all. Have a great day. Be safe. Love everybody. And we'll see you later on.